So it's kind of a misty day on Merlin's mountain, and we have a cat, of course, as always. And, it's really sunny elsewhere apparently, but here it's very misty. So I've been sorting out the garden. Really going to need this garden to grow me some food this year. Got some grass growing under that net so the chickens can't get it, and lots and lots to do. There's junk everywhere because I've been putting this up. It blew away last year. It blows away most years actually. So got another cover for it, which almost got blown away and actually got torn there, which is a real pain. But there we go, it's up, it's sorted out. Let's have a quick look inside. I've weighted it down with concrete blocks this year. Got some very heavy stuff on the other side too, to make sure it doesn't blow away this time. And I put these posts in as well, so that if it tries to blow away, it can't get any further than these posts. And behind here, just enough room for the chickens to get out and for me to get in, open and close their gate. Hi, so I hope you're having a good day. I am your host, Andy, and thanks for joining me on Merlin's mountain. Merlin's very misty mountain. I'm going to shoot into town now because I'm going to drop some things off to Lee, and then I've got to go try and get some seed compost and maybe some shopping as well, because why waste the journey? So hey, why not come along for the drive? I can actually see the sun appearing through the mist a bit further up the lane here, so all will not be lost in terms of view and how picturesque it is. So it's been a while since I made a video, and I'm sorry about that, guys. I really like to keep in touch. Lots of trouble with the internet over the festive season because everyone's at home with their new gadgets that they're playing with online, and it's sort of got a bit better since then. But I'm really very much into growing my own food, and to get the most out of it, I have to get the full growing season in. So things like the greenhouse, things like, you know, the patches in the garden, the vegetable patches, they all have to be ready to rock almost as soon as possible, really. And I'm going to try and get some onions planted today, just in little seeds inside the house, or maybe in the greenhouse, depending on what the temperatures are like, and they're pretty cold at the moment. It's about something like 45 Fahrenheit at the moment, which is kind of just above freezing point really. So I've got to see what happens there. But the bottom line is, you know, I've got to get this work done really, and I've got quite a lot of it done already. Pretty soon I'll be able to kind of relax until maybe March. I'll just be like odd seeds to plant and things like that, and March comes and it all gets busy again. But meanwhile, come with me on this journey, and maybe we will even pull a card at the end. Stick with us. And this is more like it. Sun peeping in through the trees. Still very bare trees, but there's a lot of evergreens actually keeping life going. If we came up here really early in the morning, or even late at night actually, well, I would see badgers running about. There are badgers here, as well as other animals, but badgers are ones you very rarely see, even here where lots of them live. And they're out and about when it's not quite light, but the thing is, if I tried to film it, you wouldn't see it. I've tried before actually. There's always a badger and put the camera on, and it's always just too dark to get a view of the badgers. But they are here, just like our friends in the spirit realms. They're unseen, but they're ever near. Speaking of unseen things, there is so much going on in nature, you know. It all seems very barren at the moment. No leaves on trees, nothing much going on. And I'm about to actually go on a proper road, so I better put my belt on. Basically, there we go. It's actually that very thing, that lack of anything much happening with nature, that brings all the animals out and gets them busy trying to kind of find whatever food they can pick up. The sun is very powerful, actually, very powerful indeed. And now we'll go down into the mist and up the other side. Look at that blanket of mist, all the white stuff in between. I think it's just about visible on the camera. We're going downhill, so we're going to drop into it again. Oh look, much mistier as we go down, down. Coming up the other side, and it's clearing already. I wonder if you'll be able to see this amazingly big tree. It blew down in the last storm. The last storm to tear up a greenhouse. Oh, and they've been cutting it away actually, which is good, because I feared it was going to roll onto the road. But wow, that was a big one, that was. Cleared away now though. Back up where the air is nice and clear and the sky is nice and blue and the sun is absolutely blazing. Better things to come, no doubt. just stopped to get some diesel for the tank because my car was telling me that it was down to the last little bit. Doesn't have a normal kind of gauge with a needle, so it has these little boxes in it, like a row of little boxes, and when there's only 2 little boxes left it starts flashing on and off, and it said I had 52 miles left before I needed to before I would run out of diesel, but wasn't sure I wanted to trust that, so I stopped off and I got some fuel, and now any second now we'll be at the car park of destiny. But things are really kind of very busy on the roads for the middle of such a winter's day. I'm going to pull into the car park. I'm going to go and drop off Lee's clothes. I did Lee's laundry, and Lee came over, had a meal to pick it up, and assured me that everything was in the bag, but loads of it wasn't. So I'm going to drop it off now. And we are mobile, which has got to be a blessing. Here's the local Vauxhall dealership, which is kind of the same as GM, it's owned by General Motors. Like, people will pay 18,000 British pounds for a van. It amazes me that anybody would, but they do. They must, because if they didn't, whoa, that place would be long out of business. Squeeze in here. Done it. And here we are finally back at the ranch. The camera battery ran out. I was going to show you some more mystical, misty Merlin stuff on the way back, but it wasn't to be. Never mind, let's get mystical now. Let's get out Kyle Gray's Keepers of the Light, and let's have a quick 3-carder just to draw things to a magical conclusion, as I so often like to do. So, okay. Let's pick out 3 cards, put the rest out of the way so they can't kind of influence things too much. And here are our 3 cards. So I'm going to, this is my left, all right? So I'm going to go left to right. 1, 2, 3. Which one of those stands out to you? Let your inner psychic decide. Trust your inner psychic. That's what it's all about. It really is. Card number 1, Joan of Arc. Where are you? Joan of Arc, the voice of truth. There she is. And she says, stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. So that, pretty conclusively says everything I can say there, doesn't it? What I will add to this is that your spirit guides are definitely around you. Those white lilies are very much a symbol of the afterlife in so many ways. Life and death, they really kind of sum the whole thing up in terms of what lilies represent to people, particularly white lilies. There's a controversy in British churches anyway, because we have white lilies at Easter time, and people say, oh, it's a symbol of death, and other people say, oh no, it's a symbol of life. So you've got life and death working together there. I'm not saying that, your next decision is life and death or anything, but everything is involved with the life we lead and the divine intervention that comes through from the people in the afterlife, the angels, the divine realms, the whole thing. So stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth, says Joan of Arc. Okay, and there is someone who knows all about persecution, really. So what is the middle card, friends? The middle card is Master Buddha, Increased Awareness. And this card says, deep connection, trust your inner voice. And there is another thing about the divine realms, about the angels. Your inner voice is guided that way. That's how it works. So, speak your truth. Get it out there, because these ideas come to you for a reason. They really do. Deep connection, trust your inner voice. And the back of all of these cards is the same. It says Vesica Pisces. And everything about these cards is about sort of birthing your ideas and speaking your truth. Giving life to the ideas that come to you is an all-important thing in the spiritual life. It really is. And if you don't feel like you live the spiritual life, well, I'm not asking you to become a monk or a nun or anything like that. But if you're watching videos about this kind of thing, then you've definitely got something spiritual, something cosmic driving you, something important going on there. Okay, card number 3, Krishna, devotion. There we are. And Krishna is saying, trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. And all importantly, you are loved. Where's the camera? You are loved unconditionally. That might very well be coming out as mirror writing. That seems to be the way it's going. Don't know why that is. It doesn't always do that, but it's doing it today for some reason. So trust that spiritual guidance, okay? That's something Krishna was very good at. He's always depicted as a kind of bluish colour because in the Hindu faith, that is how they indicate that someone was a god or a divine personage rather than just a kind of everyday dude. But he was, he was someone who really lived, but he really lived with full knowledge and kind of full communication with the divine. He had that deep level of inspiration. So trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. That is an important one, okay? Because when you commit to these spiritual ideals, it's difficult to know, if your commitment has actually been recognized straight away. And that's what this card is saying. It's actually happening, because when you work spiritually, you work with the divine realms. That's the important thing about it. You don't always get recognition for it in this world immediately, but it will make a difference to your life, and it really will carry you forward in faith. So there we go, forward in faith. That is a very nice kind of little 3-card spread just to draw things to a close on this video. Thanks ever so much for watching. Do drop a like on this one if you've enjoyed it, even if you've got filthy dirty hands and fingers like me from gardening. More videos coming soon. I am going to really keep trying to post and upload and do more of these videos than I have been doing lately. Like I said at the beginning, there is so much going on at the moment out there in the garden. And just like everything I said about spiritual inclinations and spiritual progress, you don't see the results immediately. You just kind of know you're quietly getting on with it. So that's what I've been doing. Been far too quiet, really. I will see you again in a future video, friends. Leave me a comment. We will share the journey. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. It helps the algorithm no end. If you have subscribed already, please check to see that you're still subscribed, because YouTube's algorithm just takes subscribers away randomly. Quite annoying. Doesn't matter if you've got 1 million subscribers and you lose sort of 5 or 6 of them, but I could really do. I was kind of nearly on 2,300, and now I'm down to kind of 2,150 something. So if you're unsubscribed purposefully, well, it's up to you. You don't need your phone ringing every time I upload a video. I appreciate that. I respect that. But if you would like to be subscribed, and if you would like to stay subscribed, please either check or hit the button, whichever gets the best result, because it's the results you get that really matter. Okay, guys, I'll see you again soon. Love and light, blessings, and peace.